pretty savage one. But I want you guys to notice how I went about this. I started to notice some ingredients in the position, and then it's about mismashing them, messing with the move orders until you find one that works. All right, my chess champions, welcome back to Journey to 2000. So in our last episode, we unfortunately lost a game, which dropped us down into the 1700 range. That's okay, kind of expected, to be honest, but today we're going to do something a little different. So I'm not going to play a game. We're going to solve some puzzles. One way to do this, which I really love, is the survival mode of Puzzle Rush on chess.com. So to do that, you would go to Puzzles, Puzzle Rush, and then you go down to the survival mode, which has no time constraint, and you just take your time. I really like that format. I recommend that to you guys if you're working on your own improvement. Even if you don't have a chess.com membership, I believe you can play at least one of those a day, which would get you pretty far. What I've been doing lately is a little different. I got a tactics book that I've been working through, and I'm still on the easy section, but the puzzles are fairly hard in my opinion. But I think they're like the perfect level for me. It takes a couple minutes where I have to really think through each puzzle. So I'm going to set these up. We're going to try to do maybe 3 or 6. The way the book is set up is you kind of have 2 pages here of 6 puzzles on each page. Let's give it a go. Also, I should pitch why doing puzzles is so important. Number one, I think they're really fun. I think it's one of the most fun ways to get better at chess. And it really helps your vision of the board. And tactics are an essential part of your chess ability. That is one of the fundamental pillars of chess improvement, is improving your tactical vision and prowess. So that's why you should do these, and that's why we're going to do them today. Here's the first position, puzzle number 61 from the book. And this is black to play. A couple things I really like about this book is, number one, sometimes they give you the positions with where it's from the opponent. The opponent has a tactic, which is kind of important because it can be difficult to see them. It's a little different to see it from your perspective as white, like, oh, I have this tactic, versus your opponent, oh, my opponent has this tactic against me. Something about our brains and just the way it works. I do think it's good to practice from seeing your opponent's threat as well. And also, pretty much all of these, at least so far, have been tactics from real games of famous players. So this one is from an Alekhine game in 1926. So it's black to play. Find the best moves. That's all the information you get. Sometimes it's just winning a pawn. It can be subtle. Sometimes it's more devastating than that. So let's take a look and see what we can figure out. So I haven't solved it yet. I notice we have some tension here. We also maybe have some tension this way, and maybe this knight sacrifice. So those are the 3 ingredients I'm working with, and I'm trying to mix those in different orders and trying to see if there's some way that those work. One other possible move I looked at was here with the idea of coming this way, but I just realized, never mind, the third knight can just take. Never mind. Oh, that's right. All right, first puzzle, and I'm already stuck. I don't know about you guys. If you found the answer, comment down below. Great job. But I'm gonna look up the solution because yeah, I'm stuck. Also, I highly recommend anytime you have like a puzzle book or a textbook or something where you have problem and solution, I like using 2 post-it notes, one for the problems, one for the solution. Life tip, highly recommend. Okay, they're saying bishop takes f2, and they're saying white can't take back. Now, why can't they take back? Let's see. I haven't read the rest of the solution yet. I mean, we can just take, and then they take. Oh, okay, and then we have this, and we're going to win the bishop. Okay, so we take. If they recapture, we capture, check, they take. So now it's just their king sitting here. There's nothing on these two squares. And then we get a skewer with the, or a fork with the rook, where we're checking and winning this bishop on the next turn. And that's the solution. Okay, that was pretty reasonable. If you guys saw that, let me know down in the comments if you solved the first one. Pretty reasonable. Check. So they don't have to recapture. Basically, they should just let you take this pawn for free as white. On to puzzle number 2. Okay, here's another one, also from an Alekhine game, black to play. Black to play, find the best moves. Let's take a look. Okay, I haven't solved it yet, but let's talk about some things I'm noticing. So this pawn is hanging. We could take, potentially, either way. If we take with the rook, I think white might get some perpetual check ideas. So this is a check. If we go to the back, then maybe the queen can like just shuffle. If we block the check this way, then it might be problematic for our king safety in terms of perpetual checks. So you could take this way. You could also like maybe try to force this trade, but I don't think it really does anything, because if they take, you take with the bishop. Not only do I not see a threat there, but also they can take this pawn, and then they have a passed pawn here, so that seems doubtful to me. The move I've been looking at is maybe queen c2, which is kind of sneaky, but I think it does a lot of good things. One is it's preventing this check. So queen c2, white can't check us. Additionally, it's maybe setting up this capture, because they wouldn't be able to recapture with the pawn. We would have a checkmate on h2. So like queen c2, we take. They'd have to take with the rook. And then now, because we're on c2, well, we could check either way, I guess. Yeah, we could check the back rank, and they would be getting mated here if they allowed this to happen. But the thing is, this isn't like a very forcing move in and of itself. So like maybe they can just move their bishop or something. I wonder if we take right away. So they can't take with the rook. They would get mated. If we take right away, they have to recapture. Oh, and then maybe we go queen c2. We're threatening mate, and I don't think they can stop it because we have too much pressure on the second rank, and they have no way to get control. I think that might be it. That was it. So rook takes. If white recaptures this way, after queen c2, unstoppable mate. Notice white can't do anything to control this file, or sorry, this rank, because I have complete control. If they recapture with the rook, they get immediately mated. Check. Mate. Pretty savage one. But I want you guys to notice how I went about this. So, I started to notice some ingredients in the position, and then it's about mismashing them, messing with the move orders until you find one that works. On to puzzle number 3. Actually, before we do puzzle number 3, if you're looking for a chess book with some puzzles and tactics, I would recommend Everyone's First Chess Workbook by Peter Giannatos. This was recommended by Ben Johnson's book on chess improvement, and it's really excellent for beginners. Even for me, I still learned quite a few things from this. There were lots of mates in here where they teach you the names of certain types of mates, which I've seen those types many times, but I didn't know the name for it. And knowing the name is very helpful. But he goes through all types of pins, and you work on tactics thematically. Really excellent if you're under 1400. I would say this is for sure the book to get. If you're more in my rating range, kind of like 16 to 1800, I am really enjoying this woodpecker method. So those are great options. Okay, our third and maybe final puzzle of today. This one is white to play, and this one is also from an Alekhine game. So white to play, find the best moves. Okay, I'm still stuck on this one, but I'm going to mention some ingredients of the position that I'm noticing. So first one, queen to f3 is hitting this rook, but they can defend by just simply moving the rook, and then they're preparing to move their bishop out. So that one doesn't quite do anything. We're looking at this knight, but I don't see a follow-up there. We could also go bishop b5, which pins this knight. So also notice that the bishop on a3 is preventing black from castling. So the black king is stuck in the middle of the board here. So by bringing the bishop to b5, this knight is now pinned. They can't push the pawn we could just take. So they have to do like multiple steps. Like they have to go like here and then maybe try to push so that this pawn is defended. So this really paralyzes or seems to paralyze black's position even more. But I don't see a clear threat right after this. Additionally, there's almost a mating concept over on this part of the board where sometimes you can make a sacrifice to have this pawn somehow disappear, and then either with the queen or with this bishop, if this pawn was not here, that would be a checkmate. And actually, let me check my book. I forget. Well, I call it crisscross mate. I don't know if I got that from... I think someone in the comments told me I got that from Gotham Chess. So yeah, that's a potential concept here as well. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I got it. This one is savage. Okay, so it does have to do with the crisscross mate idea over here somehow. So you need to somehow facilitate a position where this pawn is not here anymore. How can you do that? Another hint, it's an out-of-the-box move. You got to think outside the box on this one. Another hint, it involves a sacrifice. And maybe some of you are thinking about like bishop here, because then if they take, something happens, like maybe we can take or something. The thing is, though, they don't have to recapture this. So like they could just ignore it. Are you guys ready for the move? The move is with the queen. Final hint. First move is with the queen. So maybe you were thinking like queen here, but the knight can just take and there's no follow-up. So the actual first move, queen takes on e6 check. If black blocks this way, we have a checkmate. Black can't sidestep because of this bishop's control. So the only move is they recapture with this pawn. And then now what is the final move? It's checkmate in one from this position. Savage. Savage checkmate. So let's look at that one more time. So here's the position. The way we found this, guys, was through ingredients. I think that's going to be a new phrase that a new concept I'm going to use in my teaching here, is looking for the ingredients of the position. So, we notice black's king is stuck in the center by this bishop. We noticed, okay, we can maybe paralyze them more or something, but we didn't find anything concrete over there. And then we noticed, hey, if this pawn wasn't here, maybe there'd be some sort of checkmate, crisscross checkmate idea. And then I think this exact puzzle might also be in everyone's first chess workbook, because I feel like I've solved it before or seen this before with the queen sacrifice. Just absolutely brutal. They recapture, checkmate with the 2 bishops. I think we're going to end on that one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. And let me know down in the comments, do you enjoy the puzzle episodes, or do you prefer to just see games? Let me know down below. Until next time, have a good one. Thanks a lot.